Hey folks, welcome back to Hanbleceya Ranch. My name is Jason, along with my wife Jen. We left Chicago in 2021 and came out here to the beautiful state of Maine to start our own off-grid homestead. So we've gotten a few things done around the homestead recently, but not as much as we would like because simply the weather has not been cooperating. It's been really hot and then it's been rainy. So it always seems like something, but I think today what we're going to be doing is giving you guys a tour of our garden. Overall, our garden is doing very well. We want to share it with you, show you guys what's been going on. We've got some successes and we've got some failures. So let's get into it. So these are the pole beans that we've got growing. Hey Rex, there's Mr. Rex. And we've got a couple of birds up on their roost in there, Velma and Louise. Kind of cool. We've got our celery. It's doing pretty good. Now this is our grass garden right here, and it's doing fantastic. We've got some other pole beans over here. This is our potato and grass patch. We've got some potatoes in here that are coming through, but then we've got a lot of the grass that's coming through. Awesome. We've got our cabbage, which is growing very well. Very happy about that. Now over here we planted some lettuce and none of it came in, so we're pretty disappointed about that. This row here, we planted, I don't know, 120, 130 carrots, and as you can see, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not really happy with how the carrots came through. Same thing with our beets. Not really happy. This whole row was supposed to be beets, and it looks like we've got maybe 6 or 7. So, in addition to a bunch of weeds and grass. On the flip side, our kohlrabi is doing fantastic, as is our onions. As you can see, we're really happy with the way our onions are coming through and our kohlrabi. We have those onions over there doing really well. You know, despite the fact that we had some veggies that didn't do very well, albeit the carrots and the beets in this box and lettuce in this box. At the end of the day, building these raised beds was probably one of the best things that we could have done this summer. It has done wonders for our time in that we don't have an enormous amount of weeds to clean up. And it's just been so much easier to do the managing of our garden, at least of these rows. Now that is a grapevine that we planted last year. It is doing very well. I don't think we're gonna get any grapes on it this year, but hopefully next year. Same thing with this. I think this may have gotten damaged. It's kind of dying out, but for the most part, it looks pretty healthy. Now these are the raspberry bushes that we are going to be moving over to our new raspberry patch that we built a few weeks ago. So we're looking forward to the fall so we can get these transplanted and moved. This is the corn patch. Now we actually planted twice as many as are in here, but they didn't do very well. These are all actually kind of stunted as well. Not quite sure what's happening here, but they are all growing. So hopefully we'll get some corn out of this patch. And next year, I think what we're going to end up doing is throwing some new soil in here, getting it mixed up really well, kind of revitalize the ground. And then we'll go from there, see what happens next season. Now all of these boxes here have tomatoes, and they are doing very well. Jen has been out here keeping them all trimmed up, and can't really complain. I mean, you can see we've got some tomatoes coming through, and we've got some really cool spider webs. I don't know if you can see that or not. Little orb weaver spider there. So they're all doing well. The asparagus is doing phenomenal. We're going to be transplanting this pot and this pot. here in the fall. We made a new asparagus bed that we'll be transplanting all of these into. Our green peppers are doing great. We've got some little baby peppers in there, you can see, that are starting to grow, which is awesome. The pickling cucumbers, now I don't know what is up with these. These never grow really big, the plants that is. We do get quite a few of the cucumbers. You can see that, the little pickles, but we don't really get any growth. So not quite sure why. It might just be the breed that we use. I don't know. But if we come over here to the summer squash, holy smokes, this has been doing fantastic. It is huge, and oh my goodness, check this out, guys. There is a bee sleeping in there. Look at that. Just kind of hanging out in there. We actually got quite a few of them now that I'm looking. There's another one. I don't know if you can see that right there. But apparently they like to sleep underneath these leaves because they're so big, and with it raining these last couple of days, bees need protection too. But yeah, we've gotten a ton of zucchini, ton of squash. The winter squash is starting to do well. We've got one growing in right there. Lots of flowers, which are awesome. The bees have been all over these plants. It's been really cool to see. But the yellow squash, holy smokes, it's been pretty unbelievable. We have been eating squash every day for a week. Same thing with the cucumbers. There is nothing like fresh cucumber salad, and we have had quite a bit of it. Oh, speaking of bees, look at that. Freaking awesome. All right, so we take a walk over to our horseradish. That looks pretty good. We transplanted that a little while ago. It's looking pretty awesome. We made a chive bed so that we got our chives transplanted. Hopefully those will spread and we'll have a nice bed of chives. Jen just planted some mint over here in this box, so hopefully this will keep coming back. Pretty excited about that. And now, if we take a look at what's going on in our greenhouse, other than all of the, the grass is just, it's doing awesome in here. The weeds along the edges, it's just growing great. But everything is growing very well, You can tell where the sun comes in because everything is kind of leaning towards the front window there, which is fine. Again, the intent here was to have the greenhouse for the winter time, and the sun will be right about in this height, so it's going to be pretty awesome. So we've got some peppers and some hot peppers up here, more tomatoes, a couple of tomatoes in the back, and we just planted some new tomatoes. Hopefully we can extend these. Got some herbs and so forth, so looking pretty good in here too. All right, folks, well that'll do it for this video. We truly appreciate you folks sticking around and watching it. This garden season had a lot of new improvements. We have the new beds over here. We've got the greenhouse. We've got new beds in here. I mean, it has experienced a lot of growth this summer, and we're not done. We still have some plans to do some other things. The biggest thing that we're going to be working on for next year is we've got the root stout method going on over here for our potatoes, and as I said earlier, it is really doing well. The grasses, that is, but we're going to turn these into rows next year and then plant potatoes in the dirt as opposed to trying this the no-till Ruth Stout method. We simply haven't been able to make it work for us. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just doesn't work for us. So we're going to be changing that up a little bit. As I said, the raspberries will be moving. We're going to get another grapevine to put over here. I would like to see grapes along the whole back side of the fence. I just think that would be really freaking awesome. So we'll see. But as far as this year is concerned, yeah, we are excited. It has just been quite a success and failures. You know, we've had some things not grow, but overall, we're very happy. You know, Jen and I have learned so much about gardening since we've been here. We did have a little garden that we ran at my grandmother's house for a couple of years, and then I've done some gardening on my own, and she had done some gardening on her own. But you know, to do it at this magnitude, this far exceeded our abilities. But you know, we stuck to it. We had a plan. We executed it. We've grown it. We've learned from our mistakes, and we're just getting better and better at this. All right, folks. Well, that'll do it for this video. Again, thank you for sticking around and watching it. We'll do another update on the garden here shortly. Things are really starting to pop now, so we're going to start doing a lot of harvesting soon, and we will certainly be taking you folks along with us. So thanks a lot for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you folks on the next video.